The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, this is Marie, and today we have two guests on our show, Michael Hoppy Pierce from the Tap Handle and Scott Thorne from Great Rhythms. Let's roll them, boys. Hello, and welcome back to the Tap Two Table Show, where we take everyday recipes and we elevate them with good crafted beer. And today, my guest is MHP, or also known as Michael Hoppy Pierce. How are you doing?
Wonderful, and I'm happy you said my name right, which nobody ever does. Thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, you're welcome. It's like saying Marie-Chantal and then saying Marie-Chantal, you know? So I'm glad you're back, and
Yeah.
you decided to take some more torture.
I love it.
Oh, beautiful. So where we're going to start off, we're going to do a little cocktail.
Okay, that's how I like to start out.
All right. So what I did is I put a little bit of brown sugar in here, and we're going to take just a little, we're going to take a little, this one I already chopped it up for you. One of these.
All right,
Yep.
one per
If you want
glass?
to take one per glass, yes.
Okay.
And this is grapefruit. Okay. And the beer that we're going to be using is actually from Great Rhythms Brewing, and it is, oh, I think you got a trash can next to you. Oh, okay, get that one? Look at that.
As if by magic.
Yes, yes. And do you know what beer this one we're using right here?
I'm not sure which one you picked.
It's the one with the green label.
That would be the Hopstock.
Yes. I may have you be, pronouncing this one all the time.
Hopstock, yeah.
Hopstock. Hopstock, like Woodstock.
Just keep saying it, it'll get easier.
It'll get easier. Okay.
Keep drinking it, it'll get...
Well, you know what? That's what I figured. Maybe if I had like a little bit of something to kind of help me relax.
Take the edge off. Yeah, you
Yes,
seem
exactly.
kind of tense.
I am, my God.
Rinse,
Breathe.
repeat.
Rinse. So
So this is almost sort of a radler from a stylistic standpoint. That's kind of like a shandy. It's a German style that was developed for cyclists. So something they could drink after a race that wouldn't weigh them down, but would still a little
have
sweetness, a
like,
little tartness, a little alcohol
and
to
it really depends on the type of beer, because there are certain fruits that do kind of add a little bit more. Ooh.
And I like in my beer.
Well,
Cheers to your
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I was
Just
I was
enough.
predisposed to be skeptical, just because
Yes.
the whole beer cocktail thing. It's
Yes, because alone, Hopstock is delicious by itself, but I figured we'd just do a little bit,
That has a
nice little.
nice citrusy note to it.
Yep.
Sweetens
Just
it up
enough.
a little bit.
I still want to be able to keep the flavor.
Well
So-
played.
Well played, my friend. Okay, so what we're gonna do is called Hoppy Fish Fresh.
Say that 5 times fast.
I know. You should have heard what I was gonna call it before. We're not gonna go there.
It was asking for trouble.
I was asking for trouble. So I'm gonna start cooking the vegetables. I have anise, and I also have red onions that we're gonna saute in here with the cod and some of the beer, and then you're gonna start on the salad portion.
All right.
Nice little cool salad. And so what I like, this is the shallot. If you could get that cut up in nice little, like, can you make slice
Wafer
slivers?
thin?
Wafer thin, yes. All right. Oh,
Would you like a knife?
Yes, because thank you very much. All right. So this is what we're going to
So
add.
tell me more about this dish.
This dish is very refreshing, and then it's served over a bed of rice, brown rice to be in fact, and then we bake it. So the final portion will be the baking process of this.
So you saute it just to
Just to give it like that little psh, little sear.
so that we get the psh to go with our oh. I didn't realize this would be such a sound effect intensive episode.
Well, I try.
Yeah.
I try really
You're always
hard.
raising the bar
I am. I'm always trying to raise the bar.
when you're not visiting it.
You know.
Marie and I like to have fun together. We like doing shows. It usually gets out of hand pretty quickly, but
Yeah, it does.
she's got one of the best laughs in the world. If I can hear Marie laugh, it's just like, all right, that's good. There's order in the universe.
So, and you've heard of anise, right?
Well, when I grew up in California, we called it fennel. and it grew everywhere. And
Yes.
it's one of my favorite salad ingredients. We do a salad with thinly sliced fennel, shaved Parmesan, a little bit of sea salt,
Ooh.
and balsamic and olive oil just drizzled lightly on the top. And it's
Look
a
at
nice,
you.
it's a nice sort of a palate cleanser in between courses.
Yes.
Oh, I love that
And-
smell. It's one of those smells that brings me right back home. It smells like Coyote Hills right outside of Fremont where I grew up.
Yeah.
Love it.
So yes, I do like this. And you know what's another good thing about the anise, or as we would call it, fennel? You know one of the good properties of it?
What's that?
It is also used as a diet aid to help like not eat so much.
Because it's mostly water, so it's kind of like eating celery.
No. It actually has an ingredient in there that when your body smells it, it stimulates your brain to a point where you're like, oh, I'm like satisfied eating. So yes, so it could be used in that purpose as well.
Nice. I
There
did
you
not
go.
know that.
Well,
See,
now you
I'm
know.
just- I bask in your glory.
Yeah. But of course, your knowledge is so much more predominant in the beer side of things. Correct?
I do love beer.
You do.
On occasion.
On occasion.
Yeah, you know. Monday's an occasion, Tuesday's an occasion, Wednesday's an occasion.
What's that thing? Any day that starts with no.
Ends in a Y.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good thing you're remembering all that.
Obviously, the anise stimulated my brain. I'm right on point with you. Now, we can't have beverage come out of your nose. This is television, so
I know that
it's
would be
okay
good.
when we're on the
It would be a
podcast.
little
It's
weird.
not okay on
It would
TV.
be a little weird. Yeah.
Don't try this at home, kids.
So I added a little bit of olive oil, and we sprinkled a little bit of onion salt in there. And now we're going to let them sweat, as they put it in the cooking terminology. And what that means, it's the vegetables kind of softening up a little bit, and so they tend to get a little smaller and softer. So that's what it.
Drive some of the water off too, so I think the flavors intensify a little bit.
Yes, that is correct. Look at that. You're doing such an excellent job. So we're going to put that into the bowl. You know, the bowl.
Oh, it's here in our cabinet.
Yes. All right. So this is the nice little refreshing salad. What you're going to now, and then we're going to add some apricots.
You want them all?
Yes.
And you want them cubed, smallish?
Yes.
Do that.
And you know what? I'll help you out, because I'll help you out with some of the tomatoes. Because right now I got to let this go and do its thing.
Why don't you help me out with some of the tomatoes?
Oh, that's like excellent idea.
Easy there, Tiger. You're shut off. That's it. Give me that beer.
I know. All right, so I think
No
I'm
more
going to
beer for Marie.
pull this away from you because it's All right, so let me rearrange some things in our little table or station here. I'm going to set this down. We're going to throw those in there. And now, because you love beer so much, don't you do something on a pod? It's called a
Yeah, one of those
cast.
podcast things.
One of those podcast things.
I hear they're going
right?
to take over the world.
Really?
Yeah, they really
It's not
are.
like anything like in Star Wars, like you're.
No, that's a pod race.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
It takes significantly less skill, actually, to be a podcaster than to be a pod racer.
Oh, really? Okay.
There's a
well,
lot less risk of death. I don't have to employ any of my Jedi powers, which is really probably the best part, because that's tiring, you know.
that is, yes.
And then you have that. My last car kind of sounded like a pod racer, actually, towards the end. That was when I
It
knew
was like that's
it
when
was
you knew it was time to it needs that. We need to let it go. Yeah.
Done a few special modifications myself. So yes, I co-host a podcast called The Tap Handle Show with my partner Tim Roberts. We've been doing it for about a year and a half. Yeah, we're creeping up on episode 70. You can find us on iTunes and Stitcher, and also at www.thetaphandleshow.com. We interview brewers and beer folk, be they proprietors of beer bars or folks that own bottle shops or folks that are kind of ancillary to the industry, like
Yeah.
the Beer Curry.
Yes, which
Which is
yes.
how we met at some point.
Yes,
And
at
then
one point,
we
yes.
just had so much fun having you on the show that we just had you back. We
know.
just did another recording session a couple of weeks
appreciate
ago.
it so much.
It's going to be sad that you're leaving us. I'm going to have to Skype you in and,
Oh, don't
and see if I can
make
make
me cry.
See if I can make beverage come out of your nose from 1,200 miles away.
You probably could.
Is that a Lone Star coming out of your nose?
Ew, I know. Lone in the heart of Texas. Yeah. So what I do is I put like a little bit of the beer in here to kind of just get these vegetables enhance it with the flavor. We're gonna add just a little bit of salt and some pepper. Wholesome
that.
pepper. Yes.
Two-sided.
Yeah.
That's wicked fancy.
It's so.
It's hella fancy.
It's hella fancy.
We were having an
Okay.
earlier conversation about Boston speak versus California
Yeah,
speak.
exactly. So I have cod.
Okay.
We're using cod. And what we're just gonna do enough to where it's getting like seared, and then we will put it over some brown rice, and then we bake it.
Okay.
And then once it's baked, we'll enjoy it with our salad.
Excellent. Shall I add the rest of the ingredients to the salad now?
Yeah, actually we need to do a few more tomatoes,
Okay.
tomatoes, and then we will add the rest of that dish. So, and all of these recipes would be available on our Tap to Table Facebook page, where you can enjoy these at home as well
Excellent.
with a nice little beer.
And these
So-
are all Marie-Chantal original recipes.
Yes, they are. That's the way to do it.
Very good.
You know, I love to taste the beer and then we'll see what comes out of it. So
I haven't done many dishes cooking with fennel. I did something with medallions of pork tenderloin. Where you
yeah.
dice it really, really fine and let it reduce down. But this is going to be very different. I'm eager
Yes.
to try this. I'll give you your beer back.
Oh.
You're behaving again.
oh,
know.
you're so kind.
I wouldn't go that far.
I almost
Almost.
lost it.
So what are we
Okay.
going to do to dress the salad?
So we will make a little dressing. We're going to add some pecans,
Okay.
or as some people would say it, pecans.
That's a totally different thing.
Yeah, that is a totally different thing. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
All of it?
Dump it.
Dump it to crumpet.
Dump it to crumpet. All right. So now I use the rest of the beer in here. We're just going to let that simmer a little bit more, and then I'm going to flip it, and then it'll end up baking for like 5 minutes.
All right.
And then here is feta cheese.
All right. And the rice is already cooked? We've pre-cooked the
Yes,
rice ahead of time?
yes, yeah.
Pre-cooked ahead of time? Is
Pre-
that redundant enough?
That is
George
redundant,
Carlin
yeah.
would not be happy with
No,
that.
he wouldn't. No. And I use minute rice, so it was quick.
So how long did it take?
It took. Wait.
You're why I'm leaving MHB.
So I will need a couple of the grapefruits, because what we do is we're also adding some grapefruit flavor in here. Yeah. Oh, samurai. It is very good. Like,
And that'll probably start to denature the fish a little bit too. Firm it up.
yes. Firm. Yeah.
Sort of ceviche-ish.
Ooh. You're so like
I haven't
technical
had
with
any
those
ceviche
words.
this year.
Ah,
It's been hot enough though.
it is, and it's funny because my father is from Ecuador, and so we do have ceviche. So good. Okay, so this is what we're gonna take our little thing here, and I have some lemon juice. So you want to add a little bit of acidity, of course. And what do
What
you
was that,
think?
about 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons?
2 teaspoons, yes. Yeah, because we want just a little bit of
Right.
like stuff. And can you guess what would be another element? Oh,
It's somewhere in this table.
it's.
It's somewhere in this general area.
Can you think what the other ingredient would be?
Sarcasm? No, we already have some of that.
No. It's
Off-color humor? No, we've got some of that too.
It starts with a B. B.
Let's just cut to the chase and just put some beer in.
Put some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, genius, bro.
I know.
Genius.
Do we have
All
an
right.
open bottle? Oh yes.
I do have an open.
How much do
bottle.
we need?
Here we're going to add a couple of tablespoons as well. So a couple of, and then just a couple of. I like to make things simple too, because if I'm gonna cook, I don't want like this and let's make it simple.
I like
All
what
right.
you're thinking.
Yeah, and we just kind of drizzle, and then if you want to use the spoon to do a little bit of stuff, this is just about the. Uh-oh.
This is pretty too. Good color balance in here.
Yep.
It's almost fallish kind of colors.
Okay, look at that's yeah, that is done. Okay. And then afterwards.
Shall I step over to our oven?
Yes, I have these nice little oven bake things. You want to just put this here, and then what we do is we take our fish, if it wants to come down or not, and we just kind of do a little La, la, la. There's
We need
another.
all
There's
these.
another.
We need to capture all these sound
La,
effects.
la, la, la. Yeah, in there.
We now come to the portion in our show where we.
Wah wah. Remember Charlie
Since
Brown?
we've already and it's
Now try to remember that. That would be a good drinking game.
name that sound effect.
Yes.
All right, I got one for you.
Okay.
Womp, 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 womp.
Oh my gosh. What was that?
Tiger and the Brady Bunch. Whenever something went wrong,
Oh yes, yes, yes. That's
don't ask.
yeah.
Just-
Yeah, I know you're
It's creepy.
like full of like all
it's-
kinds of
yeah,
stuff up
it's
in
an
your
easy
head.
place to get lost. Not many landmarks.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're taking this and we are going to
You wanna?
wrap it up with a little bit of tin foil.
Excellent.
There you go. And then we're going to bake it at 350 for 10 minutes. And you have time to enjoy another beer. And we will see you after this. Well, welcome back. And today we were using Great Rhythms beer. And this is actually the founder of Great Rhythms. This is Scott. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming here and enjoying the goodies. And earlier we had MHP help out with the dish. So hopefully it's not like too bad.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here, and it looks very delicious. So.
Well, good. So what we did, it's called Hoppy Fresh Fish, or Hoppy Fish Fresh. What was it? And so we did some sauteed vegetables and some brown rice, and then we have a nice little salad to go with it. So let's dig in. If you want to give me your plate,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
we'll put it on there, and add a little bit of rice. And if you want to,
Delicious.
you want to do that one, and I'll
Yes.
do my side over here. Yeah, so the beer that we use, you could probably explain a little bit more about it than I could.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like the cocktails here were.
Yes, yeah, and
Very-
we're finishing up the cocktails that we had earlier with a little
Yep.
bit of brown sugar and some grapefruits and so on. So, but yeah, so it was the hop stock.
Yep. Yeah,
Beer that-
Hopstock IPA. Yeah, it's one of my favorite beers that we do. So
Oh, excellent.
very, very
Well, let's
delicious.
dig in.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And then we'll try some other ones. I noticed that you brought some other beers
Sure,
here as well. Yeah.
This looks
So.
really good.
It's still flaky.
Tastes delicious. Beer goes well with a lot of different foods, so
Yes,
this
it
should
does,
be
yeah.
very good.
So we're getting a nice little crunch from like some of the onions that we have. And then there's some like really nice like soft notes of the apricots and the
Yeah, I was
pecans.
gonna say
and,
the apricots is really good. It's not quite citrusy, but it definitely
Adds like a
has
nice
some
little
great
touch.
fresh
Yep.
note.
So, and this was so quick and easy to do. It could be something that if you plan to do nothing this weekend, you could
Yep.
just do it and that's it.
Fry up some fish, and yeah, this is
Mm-hmm.
delicious. Yeah, this would go really well with a lot of different beer styles I can imagine, from IPAs to pale ales. So
Yes, yeah. And yeah, and I love feta. Feta is better. And anything.
cheese is a great thing. Makes the world go round.
Mm-hmm. Which cheese can be very touchy when it comes to fish, as you know.
Yeah.
Usually you don't want to mix the two together because it just tends to be like a faux pas. But I think if it's just balanced right, it can be a nice little touch to your dish.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, well, I can't wait to dig into some other beers.
Yep.
So, tell me about Great Rhythms, how it got started. Shoot.
Sure. So Great Rhythm Brewing, we started back in 2012. It's actually my wife and I started the company. I'd been in the brewing industry for quite a while before that, brewing for another larger brewery down in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Brewing a lot of different beers, and knowing full well that we wanted to eventually start a brewery somewhere. We happen to live in Portsmouth, so we decided what better place than to start a brewery than where we live.
Yeah. It's
Have it
convenient
as,
to work.
Yep, absolutely. Have it as close to home as possible. So we got up and going in 2012, and it was really the company was built on the foundation of we really wanted to create great tasting beers and use great local ingredients if we could, or just the highest quality ingredients that we could.
Yeah.
And really showcase hop flavors. So a lot of our beers that you'll find are really full with hop flavor, hop aroma, as opposed to that the
yeah.
bitterness component of it, which they certainly do have some of them.
Because when you first started out, you had just one beer.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Absolutely.
And then,
And the beer that we had is this beer right here, is our Resonation Pale Ale.
Okay.
We actually solely brewed Resonation Pale Ale as the only beer that we offered up until fairly recently. So last year in June, we launched 2 additional styles. We came out with our Hopstock IPA, which is
Yes.
in the beer cocktail, and tastes
that one's
really
my
good with their
favorite. I
fish.
mean, like, that was good. And then I like, okay.
Yep. Yeah, so
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
the Hopstock has a lot of really strong resinous notes to it. It's got a sharper flavor, so it does have more of that bitterness component to it, but it also has that really great aroma.
Yeah.
And then the third beer that we came out with in June was our Amplified Amber Ale, which is not your typical sweet, lingering sweet amber ale. It's an American style amber. It finishes fairly dry, and we also dry hop that, which means after fermentation is complete,
Okay.
we'll actually put hops in the vessel that it fermented in, and gets an additional aromatic component to it. So
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, so-
Yeah. So let's pop up
Yeah,
one of the,
absolutely.
and try this out. And
So this is really what started it for us, and part
Yeah.
of what we were trying to build on as a company is we wanted to create a brewery that made great beer naturally, but we is that enough?
I'll fill it to the right.
We got more.
Oh,
So cheers.
cheers to that. Yes.
So we wanted to start a company that made great beer, but we also really were inspired by some of the passions that we had in life, and some of those, as you can tell probably from the name, is music. We're really inspired by music. Love to travel around to see music.
Oh, okay.
And the other side to that is also spending time with our friends and family, and a lot of the shows or musical events that we would go see throughout the country and stuff. A lot of the times we would meet up with a lot of our friends and take road trips and go wherever. And there was always great craft beer involved, so there's always that component to it. And we'd always want to drink the local beer in the area, so we'd meet up, say, out in Colorado or wherever it may be, and go in to see the show, and everybody kind of gets there, and there's a great sense of let's start to have some fun here. And
yeah, because I like the name. I like the whole logo. Is that something that you created with the logo?
Yeah, it was a bit of an evolution. So we went through the first iteration of our logo. We had worked really closely with a good friend of ours to help, and then this logo design kind of took on a life of its own. And as we were growing as a company, and so this right here, it's really brewhouse piping. But it's meant to be more abstract. Yeah, people see a lot of things in it. You can see the musical side to it, and I think
because I really do. It's like so simple, but yet it has a lot of impact.
Yep.
That's really Do you see that? You're like, oh, that's great rhythm.
It could take a beer or two to figure out what it is. So
like, I see double.
So yeah, it's in its most obvious sense, it is a physical depiction of brewhouse piping, if you will. But its reference is really that there's the rhythm to the brewing process, there's the rhythm to life, and then there's the natural connotation with rhythm and music. So
oh well, I see how it's all flowing together.
Yeah, there you go.
That's very, very good. So you're out in Portsmouth, and you offer like tastings where people can come to your brewery, and like, do you have tours and?
So we don't at the moment. We don't offer tours or tasting. It's just strictly production that we're doing at the moment. We're actually working out of Heritage Ave, which, if that sounds familiar, there's Smutty Nose Brewing. It's actually the old home for Smutty Nose before they moved to Toll Farm. So they have a brand in their Smut Labs that's working out of the location, and so we brew our beer there as well.
Oh.
So it's fairly difficult to have people in to do tours and tastings at the moment, but we're trying to figure something out in order to have a space to be able to do that somewhere. So, yep, because we want to have people come in and enjoy it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, because you can come in and then, so all of your thing is available like in bottles.
Yep.
And to take home. Do you have growlers as well?
So we don't do growlers.
Okay.
Right now we do draft. We distribute throughout New Hampshire. New Hampshire is our footprint.
Okay.
So we do draft for a lot of restaurants, and then we do our 22-ounce bottles as well.
Oh,
So
that's good.
Yeah, it's enough to share.
To share with friends and have great rhythms.
Yeah, and listen to some music and
absolutely,
relax and enjoy some
yes,
great food. So.
Exactly. So, well, excellent. So I wanted to thank you again for being on the show and telling us about everything. But if you want to get some more information about Great Rhythms beer and taste how excellent it is, go to greatrhythms.com. They also have a Facebook page, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've
Twitter.
got Twitter, everything. It's
everything,
greatrhythmbrewing.com. Great Rhythm will get you there. So,
Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it out over there, and it's out in Portsmouth. And with Scott, and it was just so nice for you to come again on the show. And
Thank you very much. Yeah. And
have
enjoy
some
food
more beer.
and have
Yeah,
beer.
exactly.
It's very tough, but thank you.
So as always, all of our recipes are available on Tap 2 Table Show on Facebook, and you can enjoy all the great recipes that we have and the beer as well. And remember, it's a 2-drink minimum. And the 3 things I like to strive for is strength, safe, and peace. Thanks again, guys, for watching the show. See you next time.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.